Let's get it, fellas. Let's get it. Take one of these.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for Nick Chubb. Still on his feet. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, to first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And a nice carry and a first down for Cleveland. A nice pickup there by Nick Chubb, who's a bright spot for this Cleveland offense. He finished second in the league in rushing in 2019 with nearly 1,500 yards on the ground and got into the end zone 8 times. And how about this for durability? Has not missed a game in his NFL career. What a bounce back from a big-time knee injury while at the University of Georgia.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. They go play action. Mayfield. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Down the 15-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
He was open. Go to ball.
They'll say it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver. Third down here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Mayfield. The quick slant caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
2-yard line.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Hey, what up, though?
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Cool.
Browns 7, Eagles nothing.
Jones up. I got a first.
Good as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And not much to speak of.
You still looking for a DB over there?
To the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top.
I can't help you there.
Team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this one was tight end out on the right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action with Hurts.
Come on, man. You're supposed to get that.
Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the 1st quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
For the Eagles.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, you might as well take this first. I mean, double up on your picks. You be good.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
Yeah, word up.
That's a great
Oh,
spot to be
come
in, but I love the
on.
phrase, if it ended
Supposed to
today,
get
and I'll
through that.
guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know
He
where
looked
we'd be if
horrible.
it ended today, but we also know it's not ending
should have
today.
lost that
so they
fight.
got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
He ain't win.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Vinny Curry, the defensive end, got there off the edge.
There is he. Man, that's my fault. Man, how these niggas not block?
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short.
Just say he don't throw enough punches no more.
Here's Jamie Gillen on the punt.
He was until he wanted to become a rapper. That's what fucked him up.
40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Nah, Miguel Cotto, sheesh. That nigga did it. That nigga say he's peace. You gotta watch that fight again, boy.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline. But
yeah, that was rough.
And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
He got his money's worth that night.
Browns drive about to get started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Oh, yeah.
Now James returning.
Hey, I mean, yeah, damn sure wasn't. But you know, Mayweather, that's where he gonna fuck you. That's what you're gonna have to sacrifice your face to get to his body. And Cotto was fine with that. That's the kind of fighter he is. But that
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third
Zab don't train hard enough. As he had Floyd them first 4 or 5 rounds. After that, Floyd dominated. That shit just got embarrassing.
3 yards on that last carry.
Yeah, she don't train hard. And that's what always set Floyd aside, man. He worked harder than anybody else, man. Like his training is ridiculous. Like his endurance.
Burt sets up to throw it.
A day, he probably do 2-3 times a day, but he do doubles. Like he don't, you know what I mean? So whatever if he working, like say he doing like a 4-hour workout, he'll take a little break. Cause you know he say sometimes he'll take his little Big Mac break because he love Big Mac. After that, he say I'm hitting another 4 hours, and then you know what I mean. Most boxers ain't doing that. Not at his level. They feel like I'm good. I made it here already.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. He'll fire it deep for Rager.
Oh my God! I bet you they called pass interference on me.
Greedy Williams picks it off. He returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A run for Nick Chubb. And able to push forward for
3
yards down to the 42.
Duke Riley on the tackle.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Eagles 42-yard line.
And people don't realize them body shots. If your torso is turned a certain way and you catch a body shot, your shit going to lock.
Halftime will join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Oh, shit.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's James. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10. at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second down, here's Hurts. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Hurts. Flushed out right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until they...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. That's the rookie from LSU, Grant Delpit. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the conversion.
It could happen.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Hey, that's my fault. That's my fault.
Deep into Cleveland territory. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And this will be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Throwing is Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
21, Eagles 7. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And Hall not going to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
49-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On the ground, it's Chubb. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Man.
They run it again with Chubb. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
a Rizzy.
Now Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's got some space here. Breaks a tackle, now an alley. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Nigga, that shit horrible, dog. That shit is horrible.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is
I was in I was in Rikers for a month. Nigga, I was fighting every weekend in that bitch.
On EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
Yeah, that shit different.
Into the end zone. Touchdown. Kareem Hunt.
Nigga, that ain't in the word, man. That shit ridiculous. The only thing that saved me, the last spot they put me in was Color Peoples from North that was in there. But outside of that, man, I was fighting the Latin King niggas like every fucking weekend. That shit ain't make no sense, man.
Great space for the runner to get in.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now James returning. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Yeah, them Latin Kings in there different, yo. They different.
Catch made by
Like they always fighting for clout and shit. Like niggas is fighting over chest. Yeah, and I got hit in the back of my head over beating a nigga in chest. Oh man, like shit retarded. Yeah.
They need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3
What? It's a long story. Like when you first get in there, you a holdover. You know what I mean? Because you got to get your TB, your AIDS test, and all that type shit. So I got cool. Luckily, that gave me time to get cool with some of the older cats because they the ones who really run that aspect of the prison. Like the guards don't do that. So it was an old dude in the bird cage with me and the Latin King dude, but he kept picking with the old dude. Like so after 2 days of that shit, I just got tired of like, yo, why you keep messing with this old man? Like leave him, like you know what I mean? Like leave his ass alone. He old as hell. Like and he's like, oh, what, should I mess with something about my own side? I said, hey, I would think so. You know what I mean? He like, how about I mess with you? I said, fam, I gotta live whether I'm in jail or outside of jail. And, you know, a lot of my tats got like red in it, so you know, that's what initially started after the conversation. He kind of keyed in on me like, what that red be about? I ain't answering the first 2 times. So I'm like, I left it alone. The last time I said, look, dog, if I was a blood, I'd have showed you my triple O tag. I'd have gave my stamp, like, you know what I mean? The nigga started clowning him and like, oh, he know what he talking about. Like, so he got real mad. Man, the nigga just was pacing back and forth by the toilet. Hour went by. This nigga just started walking toward me with his fistball. You know, we in jail. You know what I mean? So nigga, as soon as I seen that nigga, I moved my shirt aside and I just grabbed this nigga head. I try to break this nigga head in the toilet. I swear to God, I try to get this nigga a concussion, yeah. Broke that nigga head off and they pulled me out of there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Nigga. Word. And the crazy part, that's kind of how it went down. Because after they pulled me in, they was like, Hud, we supposed to give you 2 more months, three more months for a fight. And I said, listen, I didn't start nothing with this man. Like, he came at me. I'm not going to get my ass beat in here. I'm going to defend myself. I just got the better of him. So they ain't write me up, like, because I was cool. I got cool. Like I said, I got cool with a lot of them doing that AIDS and tuberculosis shit. So my first block I go to, that nigga in there. That nigga's in there. So I already knew what time it was, man. So in there, they bathrooms, they got them old school sinks that's like waist high that go across the whole shit. So you got two sides of the sink. So I'm in there washing my face, and I see the dude that he talking to come in there like, what that red be about. I said, look, man, I see you talking to the dude. I had a situation with him. I explained to him what happened. Left it alone. And I seen one of my boys waiting at the door, that was working, doing the shots and shit. So I knew he wasn't going to let it be a jump. So I just washed my face again, came back up. He said the same thing. I said, listen, I said to myself, I put my head down one more time. He's still right there asking me a question. I'm going to just go up top. Nigga, soon as I came back up, I don't know what he was about to say. I just saw his mouth moving. I just dragged his ass over the sink, start fucking his ass up. I was trying to drown. I would drown him in toothpaste water, nigga. Trying to beat his ass, yeah. Word up. Word, yeah. Word. And then, then the dude, my boy, tap on the door, let the COs coming, so the CO to see him coming up all wet and shit. That they let it go, but they sent me to another block. So I'm in another block. That's why I get to the situation with the chest dude. So I'm like, I'm just keep to myself. I know I only had a month. So I took a long ass probation times. I couldn't stay in there. Like I couldn't do no year in there. So I called my lawyer like, man, fuck that. Like I take that 10 years probation. So I'm in there. I'm keeping to myself. Niggas just watch. Yeah, I ain't doing the year, man. You know how much, man, that shit was wild, bro. Yeah. So we in there watching the game, and then I'm like, I'm trying to just take something off my mind. I beat the nigga in chess, but mind you, this nigga lost to everybody that day. So niggas start clowning him like, you lost to the new dude. I already see where temper's going, and it ain't. I'm not saying nothing to the nigga. I ain't bragging or nothing. Yeah. So I already peep. You know how you see something going on. I say, you know what? Let me get up out of here. Yo, as soon as I turn around, I just like fell to one knee. Like nigga hit me in the back with a fucking chair. Like damn. I just fell to the ground. Yeah, but I mean, the niggas wound up fucking him up because they fucked up the TV time. Niggas was watching the game and shit. So he wound up getting. But then my last week there, they sent me to another block, and then the first nigga I got to a fight with was there, like the Latin King nigga. But when I walk in, I hear a lot of niggas saying great this and great that. That's a North thing. Like Crips from North say great. So I'm like, shit, I got some people in here. Like, all right, I should be good. It was so many fucking Latin Kings in that one. So, but before I heard them saying great, them niggas was on me, like with that red be about. I'm like, look, I ain't no game member. I said the same thing I said to him, and they went. I already knew they was about to fuck me up. Them Crip niggas was about to go up top on me. So they go get they big homie, and that wound up being my cousin Peoples. They're like, oh nah, that's such and such. Yeah, I was happy as hell. Them niggas had me in the bathroom, nigga. It was like 9 of them niggas. I just shit. You about to get jumped? I just take one. Word up. I was about to take one and tap his ass out. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. So I'm chopping it up with him. He like, ask about the family, small talk. And he like, yo, you had any problems with anybody in here? I said, yeah, matter of fact, I did. I'm like that nigga right there. Man, they went to this nigga, took his canteen, took all his food and everything and shit. So I'm good for the week. In jail, if a nigga take your food, like it's mine now. I could give it to whoever I want, all this shit. And these niggas, that whole week I'm sitting there, that's probably the most week I had a little peace of mind to really, and I'm watching the game. These niggas in there playing Bad Habit and Blueberry. I remember that shit. Nigga curse, they could punch you in the chest, or Bad Habit. Like niggas doing little grammar school shit to be entertained. I'm like, these niggas is institutionalized. So my last day there, I goes to the nigga. I could have gave his food away. I said, I could have gave all your shit to somebody else, but I said you can have it. I said I didn't want. I gave all his shit back to him. All this nigga said. You know what this nigga said to me? He ain't say thank you or nothing. This nigga said I was cold as hell. That's all the nigga said to me, man. I said.
The delay of game, a costly one.
Oh, he have to, because nigga, he ain't had no blanket or nothing. Nigga, it was freezing in there, nigga. I'm eating oodles. They gave me all his shit. He ain't had nothing but the clothes on his back, yo, for the whole week.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he'll take this one
Word up. And I said, nigga, man, you institutionalized, man. Like, good luck to you, man. I ain't never looked back. After that shit, I said, nigga want to fight me, man. We ain't in my backyard or somewhere I know, man. My backup 911. You can call me where the fuck you want. Fuck that. Motherfucking cornflakes and jelly with bread ain't taste so good in my life.
A couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
I seen niggas. Man, that shit's so bad, nigga. I seen nigga get stabbed with a spoon. Nigga. You know how strong you got to be to stab a nigga with a fucking spoon, nigga?
Throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Yeah,
A toss play to Chubb, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Here's James. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Another run here with Sanders. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there.
They said, fuck that. We want some get back.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Eagles.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the